Peace, y'all. Grand Rising. We're gonna see what's gonna go on this month. Yo, the sun feels so good. Like, from July to now, bruh. Y'all come on here swearing I'm on Shroom DMT. Just because I'm doing something that you don't see. Bruh. But I just want to talk about, like, a few things. Last night, like, this guy, I saw mad, like, stars, and I don't know if it's stars, planets, but it was three that was a line that was, like, twinkling, like, where it's, like, real noticeable that it was twinkling, there's activity going on. So, what if these stars or planets that we see in the sky, like, if we see light, then maybe there's a sun on each of these stars or planets. And, like, when it's sunny here, it may be dark in some other galaxy or planet, and they see it shining because the sun is out here. Nah, rock. Appreciate you, bro. And that's cool. But yeah, that would make sense to me. It was like in a triangle. It was like both, like, sparkling in the triangle. And also, like, what else? The clouds out last night was, like, so white. So that's how you know they was trying to block something. So the clouds at night, usually where I'm from, like, darker. But it was, like, straight white last night. What do you eat on a weekly basis? No, you good. I don't have no consistent food I eat. Like, as the days go on, I just eat less and less. Like, have water, have a smoothie every day, like a sea moss smoothie from this place, or a fruit smoothie. Like, we just got groceries like a few days ago, so my girl been cooking more, because it was a time period where we were just eating out for like 2 months. So I just try to get my salads. When I have watermelon and grapes, that's all I eat. Because it's rare getting seeded watermelon and seeded grapes. So when I have that, I just eat straight that, just detox. So I like feeling high vibrational, and it's like a high for real. Cause I never really understood what people meant when they said they high off life. But now when you really raise your vibration and eat right, like, you can really feel that high off life. Like, it's way different from being smoking weed or shrooms and that. It's like you just know you invincible. Where's the sea moss smoothie in Rochester? This is Joe. Oh, Josh, what's good? It's called B Plus Healthy. It's on Genesee Street, and they got one on Dewey too. It's that, right? You know where the Boys and Girls Club? So say the Boys and Girls Club is on your left. It's right before that corner store. Before that Boys and Girls Club. Can you explain your story post? It was deep. Which one? Which one you want me to explain? You talking about the one I just posted about the man in the store talking, or what I said? Oh yeah, I also want to talk about, because I seen like a lot of pictures and videos of like how, like, the sky, right, or the clouds, they'll have like those rainbow colors and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm still making beats too. So it'll be like rainbow colors, but that's from the sun hitting the clouds. And, like, I mentioned something, I don't know if I posted as a live video, but I mentioned how, like, the original state of the earth is already here, but you have to be in a higher vibration to see it. Like, we've seen all these rainbow colors, the different spectrums of the light and stuff like that. Like, we already in the original cleansing period, the original state. Like, it's going back to that right now. And that's why the sun is increased, like the colors. You see a lot of rainbow colors in the sky, like seeing halos, like, because we already in the original state of the earth. But like as you raise your vibration, you get to see the original state. But if you don't, then you gonna just see this artificial world. Michael, what's up? What's up? The 3 planet over the rappers. The 3 planet over the rappers. That transition. I posted that. I don't remember posting that. I don't know if it's gonna be me. I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna get in that stop making you heard. I appreciate that. Look at when I pop, I'm gonna be it's gonna be on a different type of time. I'm gonna be promoting like my meditation stuff, like Michael does LSD. You can see out the veil. I never tried LSD, but for a while I'm gonna stay sober because I feel good. Whenever I feel like I need to get information, when I can't get it, like I can't get it in nature or it's not coming quick enough and I need it soon, like that's when I do psychedelics or smoke. Let's open your chapters and allows you to control your proper intent. Okay. Immortals and okay. Intent. Nah, that's interesting. Yeah, sometimes I feel like I don't even resonate with them no more. I feel like I learned how to tap into stuff. Like I remember I was in a car and I posted on my story about like Lucifer and stuff like that and what he really is, what this name is. And after that, I just been like thinking about that more and more. And then the more I think about stuff, like I'll start seeing a story post on it and it'll start confirming what I know or what I knew. And like that's how it works kind of now. Like instead of searching for the information, like I'll just think about it. If it really intrigues me, I'll keep thinking about it, and then it'll come to me some type of form. Like Abdul Kalam, he usually comes on to the live and he does like the God Body Challenge. Like every time he posts like a new number, cause like the world stage, it's like numerical how they roll out their agendas. So every time he posts a new number, I start to see that number all the time. It's like people can really add or bring things into your reality, unlocking your energy. Facts. What's up? Oh yeah, I've been cooking up way more too, so I'm gonna be posting more songs and meditation beats. Like my circulatory volume 2 meditation beat is on all platforms now. And yeah, I'm about to really start cooking up because like in the place I stay right now, all the power outlets don't work the best, so the sound quality don't come out of my speakers like how I'm used to. So that kind of messes with my process because I'm like, dang, like is it my ears going wrong or like is it the equipment? It's like now that I really found a spot in the house where the sound comes out perfectly, like and I can tune in more. And it's funny how it can be such a small thing like that'll mess up or it'll like delay your process. It's been like 2 years since I haven't been cooking up as usual as I used to do, like every day making a few beats a day. And now it's like a beat a month that I don't even finish, but it's gonna change now because I feel like I'm more motivated. Like I gave myself time to relax, learn more. I got more inspirations, like frequencies and all this stuff I can add to my music now. So now we're going full throttle. Like it's Libra season. In my astrology chart, that's my first house. So it's like I just came out of that seclusion period in Virgo. Now I'm in the Libra season, which is where my ascendant is. And it's like now I'm about to start kind of like my astrological year over. Peace and blessings. I like to say blessings because blessings is like be less. We gotta change our vocab to fit our circumstances and stuff like that. Like whenever someone says blessings or blessings, I be like, in my head I say blessings Cause like you know what bliss is? That's that state of mind, or it could be a place, or it can be something that just bring you to that state. So, and also when people say good morning, I know that most people know about this, like how words are spelled, but you gotta really use your words wisely because you don't know how the people that created these languages, they didn't create it in our best intentions. So every word that you use has a meaning that you probably don't even know, or they spell it a certain way. Like language really is it get deep. Yo, make sure you get some sun though, because sun really hitting different. And if you sun gaze, like don't just sun gaze during sunrise and sunset, because then you're gonna be missing out on so much information, like healing and stuff like that. Like sun gaze whenever you get the chance to, because then you get your eyes like prepared to. You get them just prepared.
Adjusted.
Yeah, you get them adjusted to the light spectrum quicker too. And also, I learned that from Abu Klan, like maybe a few weeks ago, that the hawk can look at the sun directly. I forgot what it's called. It's a certain term.
I forgot too, but I want to tell them about our experience last night. How you came out here, and then after that, our problem was solved.
Never tell them.
Oh my gosh, guys. I just went on my own live to talk about this, but last night at 4 a.m, we had lost our cat. We didn't know where she was. And that's weird.
We didn't lose her like at that time. We had a downstairs, like a basement where I got my video games and stuff like that. So we gonna bring her down there because she be getting into everything, and she here signature, and she be getting dirty and stuff like that.
Yeah, and so just quick story time to let you guys in on the shit that goes on in our lives. So yeah, it was 4 a.m. Ness and I were downstairs in the basement. He has his whole
4 in the rising.
4 in the rising. And Ness and I were downstairs. He was playing video games. I had fell asleep on the couch because I was watching some kind of show. And he wakes me up. He's like, all right, let's go upstairs now. You know, it's time for bed. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm getting ready. We get our sleeping arrangements set up. And 10 minutes later, I'm in a peaceful sleep, first of all. Let me just put that out there. I was sleeping so good. And he wakes me up. He's like, oh my gosh, I haven't been able to find the cat. Like, since your friend came over earlier, I haven't been able to find her. And I'm like, first of all, my friend left. I locked the door behind her. The cat was still here. So I don't know what you talking about. But anyways, I got up. We started looking for her. I'm sorry about the sounds. But yeah, we started looking for her. And we started in the house because it's like, where else, should we start looking? I mean, this is where she lives. We go to all the usual spots that she would hide in. Nowhere to be found. We're calling her left and right. She's not responding. Nowhere to be found. At this point, Ness and I are crazy about our cat. So, we both start to get a little aggravated with each other because we're both like in panic mode. Like, yo, where is Luna?
I ain't panic.
He's just... Honestly, he was kind of going through it. Because when he starts going through it, he starts giving me attitude. And I'm like, babe, where could she be? He's like, you're being mad extra.
First of all, when you panic, it's annoying. So I'm telling you, don't overreact. Like, let it play out before you start thinking, take this and this, because that's too much.
But come on, as a woman, this cat is like literally like my child. I mean, if you guys love animals and have a relationship with an animal, a dog, a cat, whatever it is, you know how special that is. So when I couldn't find Luna, like, it was kind of pulling at my heartstrings. Because, like, that's my cat. I want her here where I can love her and just, I want to see her. And it was bothering me that she was nowhere to be found. So yeah, guys, we took out the toys, we took out the treats, anything to try to get her out. She was not responding. So I'm like, fuck, man. Maybe somebody like catnapped her. Maybe somebody took her as a sacrifice. I don't know. Like, it was 3 a.m. They say those are the creepy hours and stuff. I don't know. I was just thinking a whole bunch of different things because it's like, it's so weird that she was nowhere to be found. Long story short, we go outside, also nowhere to be found. We kind of spun the block. We spun the block just to look for her, calling her. Nowhere to be found. Guys, I started getting so anxious. So we came back inside, right? The story is about to end because I make a short story real long. I'm sorry about that. But we get inside and I'm like, you know what? I'm starting to get real anxious. So now I'm yelling, Luna!
You missed the whole part about going outside, seeing the stars and stuff.
Oh, the part that I wanted to tell you guys, I forgot. All right. Backtrack.
Before you started yelling.
Backtrack, okay? We come inside from trying to look for her outside. And we have a little balcony area out here where Nest usually speaks to you guys on live. And he says, I'm going to go look at the stars real quick. And, you know, ask the stars or ask the sky, you know, to help us find Luna. Because at this point, we needed to do anything. Talk to the stars, the moon. Like, we needed to find our cat. So we came out here. And I came out here because I was just scared. I was like, I don't want to go inside, have any supernatural shit happen to me. I'm going to stick with Ness and be out here. And we both going to be talking to the stars. So, you know, he's out here for a little bit doing his, you know, meditation, looking up. He says he sees a shooting star. He's like, bae, I saw a shooting star. Right, bae?
Mm-hmm. Right, cat.
So, yeah, he was like, I saw a shooting star. I was like, great. At that point, I was tired of being outside. I was like, you know what? I'm going to just go inside. I'm going to start looking for her more because, yo, my heart, I can't believe I can't find her. Finally, he comes inside. And I'm like, Luna! Luna! It's 4 o'clock in the morning, but I don't give a shit because I need to find my baby. I start hearing little scratches and I hear like a little, you know? So I'm like, oh, shoot, we found her. She's here. But we can't quite put our foot on where the sound is coming from. So I start yelling again and she starts making more noises. She's in the couch. This little girl got herself in the couch. And she's here stuck. She can't even come out. Anyways, guys, that was our night. I was like really going through it. I was panicking. But we found her. So she's home. She's safe. And yeah, that was a little story time for you guys because I don't know why. I just could not stop thinking about the situation. That shit had me like stressed.
You didn't tell the whole world.
Yeah, I pretty much did tell the whole world because I'm so happy I found my cat. Like, I feel like it's a great story. It should inspire people. Like, bad times don't last forever. The whole time when I couldn't find her, that was a bad time. But then I found her and I was like, you know what? This is an example of life. Sometimes you're going to go through some shit that just got you stressed. But life always got you. Because look at that. Right after we were, you know, we stepped outside and we said, let's just breathe and collect our thoughts and calm down. As soon as we got inside, we found her.
That's why I wasn't stressing, but you was stressing me out.
I was stressing. Okay, but he was stressing too. He's dead at. He's capping right now because he was stressing too. He loves his cat like you wouldn't even know.
Right. If I would have been stressing out the way you're stressing out, you would have lost it. That's why I gotta keep my composure. I'm like, oh, this is something unfortunate, but I'm not like, damn. Like, I knew we was gonna find her, whether, I don't know.
Guys, I live with him, okay? I'm here, I'm yesterday, and this has happened way more than just once. Yesterday, I was messing with the oven, right? And the cat was behind me. Oh, babe, watch out with Luna, don't step on her.
What they gotta do with this?
He's always doing that. He's crazy about this cat. So you know he was stressing last night.
I wasn't stressing. I was composed.
Okay, guys, he was composed. Let's just keep it at that. But my boy looked baked.
No, I'm not. I just got up like.
I mean, he be getting up, and he takes a few hits of the sun. So yeah, he's a little baked.
I do look like it though. I was looking at the sun. That's probably why.
Babe, I look so crusty right now.
You look crusty if you say you do. So,
I mean, I just, my
thou
hair.
shall be.
Thou shall be?
Yeah. You say thou, then thou isn't gonna be. Nah, but look at these clouds, though. They really, that's how you know the sun is getting different out here, because it hasn't been like this in a while.
Babe, with the way you talk about the sun, you're gonna open up a different career for people. Skyologists and shit.
Well, that's a way of life.
No, yeah, but
Yeah,
you
I'm
could
still
be the
producing.
pioneer to that.
Well, yeah, that's all. That's a lot of people way of life.
Oh my God, I was talking to them with a pumpkin pie stain on my shirt. I'm a mess sometimes, guys. I mean, that's the truth.
I mean, I never seen a shooting star, so last night that was just like, I was looking at, look at, it's my boy right here. I feel like I'm connected with them, with the Hawks. I just love how they be soaring. I love all the birds, though.
Thou shall be.
Yeah, I'm connected with everything. Thou shall
You have
be.
a connection with the Hawks? Thou shall be. Since you want to pull that card on me.
Yeah, what I say, that will be.
He said he was connected with the Hawk, not A Boogie.
You gotta go to some of my interviews. It's not the time to talk about that.
You see all the active volcanoes? Seems peaceful out there, God.
And I
That's our
haven't been-
ancestors walking, skywalkers. Oh, it's about to go down.
Yeah, it's gonna go down. I haven't been seeing. I don't be tuning into the news. Like, the only news source I get is when others post on social media. Like, I really don't care what goes down, because I know I'm gonna adapt.
Right now, people fail to realize that the good news, the news that's probably the closest to the truth, is the stuff that you can find on social media and YouTube. Because the media is not going to give you the real. And I hate that, like, our parents and, you know, people that we look up to or that we've had as teachers, friends, mentors, they try to kind of look down on us because we get our information from Instagram and YouTube, and they think that that's not a good enough source. But what I'm saying is that they don't always put everything up there. Why don't we see the stuff going on in Australia? You know where I learned about that from? Instagram. Why don't we learn about, you know, things happening in, I think it's Afghanistan. I'm not too sure. So to all those teachers, mothers, parents, fathers, priests, they should be looking at Instagram and YouTube too, because there's a lot of stuff that this media is not telling them.
It's different though, because the people that don't get the information from social media and they get it from the news, they literally like brain fed, or like they just like fed a programming. But with social media, it's like you gotta have the ability for like common sense and like breaking shit down, because it may be like a title for a video or something like that, but you gotta be able to see through it. So like on the news, if you're tuning into the news, most likely you just like open to everything, you just taking it into your reality. But social media, I can't even say that. So some people just take everything in on social media too. But
Can you please elaborate on that a little bit? They say the United States and Afghan was over a portal. Oh, so that piece of land is over a portal? Or
you see this part here? It's a lightning struck a volcano, made it become active.
I don't know, guys. One thing I know for sure is that something's going on, and I don't know if we know exactly what. But I like to believe that some people do get downloads about the stuff going on, because I feel like not everybody's really gonna tell us what's going on.
I think as long as you're just doing the work, you're good. Like, you're gonna be tuned in.
Like, I hate how everything became a secret. Like, everything is a secret nowadays. And I'm talking on a bigger scale and on a smaller scale. Like,
they said a giant was there too. Yeah, anything possible. That's how I feel. We won't know about most of this stuff if we, like, I don't think it was intended for us to like be like so tuned into every single thing, because that's like, you know how like hard out.
No, the war was started because Afghan leader had access to some ancient portal. Yo, and I'm not gonna lie, that's how the U.S. does it. If you have something the U.S. wants, they're gonna try to make some kind of story up to mess you up and
you
get
just took over. I was trying to say something. Dang, go ahead then. Oh yeah, I already told him about Abu Kalam.
Who's Abu Kalam?
I feel like I'm saying his name wrong. I'm sorry, God, but Al-Kabulan, yeah.
Let me see.
That's why I was talking about, like,
but
the
his
hawk.
name doesn't look like that. It looks like Abukari.
What? Right there, bro.
Abukari.
Right there? Do you see that name?
Al-Kabulan.
Okay, bro. You just want to say it different. The report had a giant there protecting it, and they killed it.
Ask him. I bet you I said it right.
You're not in the chat. But yeah,
supposedly the portal had a giant there protecting it, and they killed it. So you know some shit gonna pop off. They killing people's giants out here. I mean, we don't know whose man's that was.
You can just tell by the weather. Like, the weather out here is getting more cold because they blocking the sun off even more. And I heard that they said, like, I watched the video and it was saying about, like, how Bill Gates talked about the dark. No, I was on Clubhouse. Someone talked about the dark winter or whatever that, something like that. And I guess in Captain America, it was something called the Dark Winter, where it was like all these super soldiers and stuff coming in. And that's why, like, they trying to take away all the unvaccinated people in all these places, and they put in, like, super soldiers, because I feel like they can't even trust these military people, too, because some of them still have their consciousness, and they know that what they doing is wrong. So they getting these beings, which probably could be the people that's being, like, injected.
But you know what I just thought of?
What?
I feel like, because the U.S. military, they've always done shady shit. Like, we'll find out years later that there was American troops raping, you know, like, foreign women and children. They were raping and causing, like, all this chaos. And we find this out, like, years later that American soldiers are doing this. So, in my mind, I feel like the way they train these soldiers and military personnel, like, the way they do it, it messes up the minds of these young men and women who fight for America. So I feel like that's why they be doing all that stuff, because the training is just, it fucks with your mind and messes with your head and what you think and who you are. So that's why I feel like, I don't know, it's just crazy. Something is wrong about the way they train military personnel, because you hear so many stories about American military personnel raping, harming, impregnating foreign people.
Middle East has some of the best gems in the ground, like aquamarine, tourmaline. That's wild. Look at that. Get that book right there. I was just looking at this right here. Synchronicity. And it was talking about the Middle East and places like that. That's a crystal book. They want the portals locked up. It's all about light, genetic survival, truthfully true.
I think that whoever's trying to stop these portals and stuff like that, they need to go home already. They need to go home and let this planet be great, so that we could get to those portals and all those crystals and stuff. They need to go home. I don't know why they're here.
Tough, they would capture mind. Oh yeah, that's another thing I want to mention too. It's like two things. I had the thought, like, if this is all a script, right, and the source don't judge, and it allows everything to be just cause and effect, like, everybody's setting up their karma right now. And I think I said in another video that everyone is welcome to the original state of the earth. But man, what I was saying, everybody's welcome to the original state of the earth. So, like, this is like a game, right? no matter what happens here, like, still make it to this original state of the earth. It's like everybody's been put in divine positions, even if it seems like evil. Like, they've been put in this divine position for a reason. Like, if if it wasn't like this, we wouldn't even have to be awakened, and this experience wouldn't even be what it is, right? So what if everybody, even if it seems evil, it's a divine position set upon people, and like they're doing their part, even if it seems like it's not right. And like you're just gonna see everything evolve, and everything will be in its original state of earth. Like, even if you got, like, this is my thinking, like, even if people got the jab and stuff like that, it's just like the universe testing you, seeing like your progress on this earth, and you'll still be able to see this new it's not new, but this original state and the cleansing of the earth, because we all seeing it right now, like the sun heating up, everything is going back to original state. And even people that's probably got a chip or whatever, they still seeing this. So everybody is open to seeing this original state, but everybody got to experience the ending of the game. So it's like when they said the end of the world, 2012, 2021, like that's the end game. And then even though these oppressors seem evil or whatever, like we all gonna be like on one accord when we get back to this original state. Like, the sun feels so good right now. That's what been on my mind. Like, this really is a game. Like, no matter all the characters, their positions, and their roles, we're just doing our part. Even if it seems like it's evil and stuff like that, it's all just divine, and it's just a game. Like, we all gonna just come back to this original state of the earth, and we're gonna just be really interconnected, and we're gonna be aware of this, and we're just gonna restore everything. Cause it's like, why would now be the end times? Like, but then like I be having other thoughts about it too, because like I was smoking maybe like a week or two ago, but then I just stopped because I usually don't smoke, but I saw that I was bringing the sun out, so I was like, yo, I'm gonna start smoking more, because I feel like I was like changing I was like speeding up the timeline when I was smoking, because my third eye would just be beaming and the sun would just be locked on to me. So that's the reason why I kept smoking, but I wanted to stop because I just didn't feel right doing that. And also, like, when I go to sleep, it's like I'm in a black void. Do y'all ever feel that when y'all smoke? Like, you don't dream. It's like you're just in a black void. So that's what I'm thinking too. Like, remember I just talked about everybody being welcome to the original state of the earth, no matter what they did. Like, the show's over. Like, now we can really live how he's destined to live. And the other thing could be like people that don't raise their vibration, and they get their souls and stuff like that intertwined with transhumanism. Like, you know how we sleep and you don't have dreams, like it's just black. Like, that may be like their existence for the rest of eternity, like some shit like that. Like, you're just in a black void, like there's nothing going on. Cause it's just wild how when you smoke and you're doing a consistent basis, like you don't dream, and that's not cool to me. And now that I really figure out that's a thing, I won't be smoking no more. Even though I can bring the sun out more and more, like I want to have dreams, because these dreams be like, it was just so motivating for me. Like, things that you haven't even done here, you tapping in to another place all the time. That's why I stopped smoking for fun. Facts. But someone told me that, like, when they smoke, that's when they go into like that black void when they sleep. But when they do edibles and stuff like that, it's different. So I'm thinking that the smoking really kills your brain cells or something like that. Because, like, why would that be? Why would smoking make you not dream? But edibles and stuff like that you're able to dream. I feel like smoking is great to microdose and meditate, sun gaze. Yeah, that's what I was doing it for. But I was sun gazing still and stuff like that, and I wasn't dreaming. It's like that's a whole. It's like it's really like you stuck on a physical realm. Like you have no access to the astrals because it's something, whether you're smoking or a chemical in the weed, it's something. Yeah, I feel like this is for me. Everybody can do what they want to do. I feel like it's best to stop. Like they said, like this virus and all this stuff is going towards, what was it? The lungs, kidneys, and the brain, something like that. And then during this pandemic, if that's the case, it's targeting these 3 spots. Now weed is legal. So we gotta like really look behind everything and see what their intentions is for legalizing at this time when shit is going down the most. I felt myself fall into my body that night. It was crazy. The other night I had a wild dream too. I want to share it with y'all a little bit. It was like I was tapping into abilities and people around me were as well. And it was like I was looking in front of me at one point, and I was seeing like my reality just like crumble, and I ended up in like some kind of like black and white TV show. It wasn't black and white, but it was like, you know, those old colors where it's kind of like, you know, it's an old TV show. It was like, I don't even know the color. The Wild Wild West movies. It's not black and white, but it's like a color that's bland, like the black and white combination. I still be having dreams. I only smoke cannabis. So maybe it just affects certain people. Yeah. But yeah, the dreaming thing is crazy. It happens to me too. How long have you gone without smoke, family? Well, right now, I haven't smoked in like a week or 2. But I usually don't smoke. Once I figure out that I could open this, like, I can bring the sun out more, I was like, what? And they trying to stop the sun coming out. I was doing that all the time. I was doing it more often, but I know I can tune into it without that, but I just be knowing that works, so that's why I be doing it. Everybody different, that's a fact. It's probably the type of weed, natural weed, shouldn't make you feel that way. Yeah, that's true. And it was from a dispensary too, so they say it's grown organically and stuff like that, but they probably lying. I still dream. That's good. Too many chemicals out now. It's hard to tell what weed is per. Yeah, I smoke basically every day, and sometimes I don't have dreams, but it's not an everyday thing. I felt it'd just be harder to remember because I was high. But yeah, it's hard for me to remember dreams as well. Like, give me like 5 minutes, they start fading like real quick. It stops REM sleep, but it will return after you stop smoking. Yep, that's what happened. 2 nights ago, I had a dream that was just so wild, and it was after I stopped. They said it's probably Delta in the meats. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past them. I think it's like there's a strain of like hemp called Delta. It's like a CBD, I think. And I was questioning it. I'm like, it's called Delta? Like good times? Yeah, like that. Your dreams are your other life experiences. If you remember a dream, it's a message or a vision. But I was doing some superpowers. It was like I was on my way to sleep, and it was black and white, and then I jumped up. I saw my soul come back down. Yeah, that's a cool dream. Oh yeah, and also in my dream, it was like I was like with a group of people for most of my dream, and I feel like it was like the same situation what's going on now, like chaos, energy rising, people not knowing what to do and stuff like that. And so after, like, when this little portal or my reality like kind of faded and we went to like another type of reality, it wasn't just me, even though like I feel like I saw it was like everybody else around me went into this reality with me. And somehow we ended up in some school, in like some room in the school, and there's like coffee spilled on the table, and someone with me like kind of got warped into this coffee spill. And I was like, what? And that's all I really remember. And I also remember like I was like tuning in with my environment. I was like doing like this and kind of like tuning in, and I was like kind of swirling my hands like this, and then the clouds are doing the same motion. It was like making a portal type of thing. Yeah, dispensary. Yeah, that. Yeah, it's over for that though. I'm not gonna be smoking no more. I start working again, and I feel like it's late, even though I like my job. Yes, you gotta. I don't think it's not for me to do 9 to 5, but you gotta do what you gotta do. But the only thing I would say is don't become like dependent on that job. Like know that they don't care for their workers. You see these important positions and these people getting like fired from their jobs and stuff like that. Like, don't depend on it, even though you use it to make money and stuff like that. Like, depend on yourself still, because when these jobs really drop and stuff like that, you don't want to be dependent, like, because the government be trying to be a savior, giving, like, stimulus checks and stuff like that. Even though it's not that much, they be trying to act like the saviors and stuff like that, although they the ones doing the evil shit. You have to write it down. Yeah, I be forgetting. I can doze off and start dreaming. It's crazy. Yeah, that's how it used to be working for me. Like when I doze off and I intentionally try to go to sleep, my dreams be more vivid. So that makes me question, like, we're not supposed to go to sleep at a certain time. Although you want to be consistent and have a routine and stuff like that, you're supposed to really be tired maybe and go to sleep. Because when I doze off, my dreams be wild as well. And it's like when I try to go to sleep, and it's not as vivid. You really help me like to remember that. Can't slow down your REM. That's why you can't dream vividly when smoking. I see that makes sense. But sometimes I can't remember because I still be high when I wake up. Like on a few days. Why your car need to be that loud? A motorcycle. Yeah, I know something from the dream. Yeah. Damn, you still be high from the day after or day before? You be smoking. Is it true that people are not what they look like? I just heard like a high-pitched noise. I be seeing people and wondering if that's them in my dreams. Yeah, I heard about that. I'm not too familiar about that. It could just be spirits just giving you messages, even though it may not be the actual person. It may be a message about the person or something you may encounter or a person. It could be many things. Rapid eye movement. I've been noticing that a lot of my dreams have been feeling really real, like to the point where shit happens in real life, and I gotta figure out if it was real life or my dream. Yeah, you tapped in. That's for sure. Like you got that vision or that clairvoyance to see like other timelines. That's what I think is the future. I'm gonna stop saying future. It's just other timelines, really. Because if we just live in the now, then that means that that means other timelines. I'm gonna try to explain it right. The future is really just another timeline that you tapping into. That's what I'm gonna say. Both the past and future. I've been interested in DMT, and my favorite guys keep leading me to it. I want the time to be right. Any advice? Just keep listening to your intuition. Like, you seem like you really look for that knowledge. So what you look for, you're gonna get that knowledge. Like when I was first learning about DMT and stuff like that, of course I ain't know nobody who sold it or whatever. Like, but the more that I thought about it, just like random encounters with people, like that's what happened with the shrooms and the DMT. Like I didn't know nobody, but I thought about it so much. I was so interested in like, I want to try to have this experience, stuff like that. It like comes to you. Yeah, I had a vivid dream last night. What was it about? Is there any other reason why you stopped smoking? Yeah, I feel like smoking kind of it changes like your appearance, because a lot of times when I smoke, I feel like I look different than when I'm sober. It like either inflames your cheeks or something like that. Cause I really have no body fat, but I feel like when I smoke, like my cheeks get more like inflamed. It kind of like changes your appearance in a way. I always thought that, like, cause when I'm high and I look in the mirror, I'm like, you just don't look like me. And I feel like it always changes how I look, just a little bit, a tad bit, but I'm aware of it. Yeah, I feel like they're gonna make me try to get vaccinated soon. I'm gonna have to, yeah. And do with that. Government plays God in this physical realm. They try to play. They try to put a source, unless they do astral projection. That's not really them in your dreams. Facts. When you doze off, it'd be the best dreams, best sleep. That's why I be drilling in my sleep. Let me see. Facts. Ain't no past or future because they can all be altered. That's true too. Like, you could, damn. I like that. Let me put that too. No past or future because it can all be altered. It can all be altered. I just told you, like, shit, anything really possible here. Actually, started to track it. You ever tried shrooms called Teachers, Golden Teachers? Yeah, I think that was my recent cop. That's the recent ones I had was Golden Teachers, or no, I had that Penis Envy. Yeah, it's a great experience with the shrooms. Like, I would say, like, make sure you like cleanse, healed more, and a higher vibration, eating right and stuff like that before you have them. But you really can have them whenever. But I feel like if you're in a lower state, you're gonna have a lower vibrational experience, and that's just like with everything though. I'm eating natural blackberries. Got me some cabbage and lettuce too. Okay. Yeah, this a natural store that I'm about to go to soon. They got seeded grapes in there. You know, it's hard to find seeded grapes, so every time they post about having seeded watermelon grapes, I'm on it. Cause I can literally, that's what I'm gonna manifest. Like, in another timeline, I'm gonna jump into it where I got seeded fruits all around me in abundance. Like, that's what I want. I'll just eat fruits, raw veggies all day. Like, I want to feel like I feel like I'm Tarzan in some type of way, like, cause I could really, like, if shit hit the fan, I could literally go out it's like a forest, like, I'll go out in the forest. It may be weird for the first few nights, but I'm gonna adapt and I'm gonna make it like home. And I feel like I'm gonna connect with all the animals and stuff around. Like, I'm ready for that. Yeah, I really be feeling like that. And you know what's funny too? Like, every single comment, every single thing kind of trigger a new download. Like, you know how after we watch a superhero movie, or as a kid, well, for me, I used to always try to act out whatever superhero I watched. Like, if it was Spider-Man, I'd be trying to shoot webs and stuff like that. And it's funny we try to act like that when that's us. Like, we try to act out all these superheroes, which we wasn't aware of at the time, that they kind of copying us based on things that we could tap into. And it's funny just realizing that now, that we really are these characters they create. But man, I'm ready to see, like, I feel like at the beginning of my spiritual awakening, I wasn't ready to see the supernatural, but it's like doing the same thing every day. Like, I'm not complaining. I love going in nature, grounding, sun gazing. But I be ready to see new things. Like, that's why, like, with the psychedelics and stuff like that, you can tap into things that you haven't seen. Like, for me, I'm a Sagittarius moon, so I love information, knowledge, traveling. Like, whether that's traveling physically or mentally. Like, I like to see new things. And I feel like that would just change everything. Like, just seeing something supernatural. Although that name just gives like a bad reputation. Like, it could be something good. Like, that's just gonna change everything. It's gonna change my daily routine. Just seeing that, being aware of that. Like, because you hear other people having experiences, but if you truly haven't had an experience, you may doubt it a little bit. So when you have that experience, you can't doubt it. Nobody can ever say you didn't have it either. Superheroes are based on our genetic makeup. Yeah, it's a lot to learn. I think it's like, if you really feel like if you really tuned in, you really appreciate every single thing. Like every single thing. Like, even though pressures, like, I said that's so weird. I think that's the Mercury retrograde kicking in. But even though the oppressors, like, I respect them, I appreciate, and I got like gratitude for them and every single being and experience or everything that I've ever encountered. Like, that's the state I'm in. I feel like I'm in like a real high vibrational state where, like, I don't see anything as on the lower scale, like, because I understand I've been at those levels before, and I'm at this level now, which is like very peaceful, blissful. So I know they can get there too if they was just as hungry to be the best self, just like I am. So, like, I really understand, and I feel everybody's struggles, even if I haven't completely been in them. Like, I've been in a similar situation. What's good, Marcus? We got so much to explore in the realm for real. And this really, if everything is what like what they say, like Antarctica, ice walls melting, so the ice walls is like, it's blocking us from our other galactic cosmic brothers and sisters and other beings that's on the other outside. So what I watched the video, I forgot the Instagram page. There's like different, so you know how to just be getting different downloads. I talked about how I looked at the sun, and the sun had like rings around them, like how the darts, right? And that's how they portrayed the ice walls in Antarctica. Like, we in the center of it all, and there's an ice ring around us, and then there's another area, and then there's ice rings around them, and there's another ice rings around them walls, and it's just like different life forms on the outside of these walls, which is why they say like new species are being found in the water and this and that, which would make sense if the ice walls are really melting. They will try to blow up portals underneath the water, because if ice walls melt, then that's water, and creatures are coming in through water most likely. There's just so much to think about. I just love that the knowledge is endless. It's like knowledge, creativity, all that stuff is endless. So it's like, I just feel like that's just the best thing to apply your life to. Healing is endless. The things that's endless, apply your life to that. Like, healing is endless. Evolving is endless. Creativity is endless. The things that has a limit to them, I don't really associate myself with them or with it. The dome, the ice wall, yeah, and the ice wall, and them icebergs. And I saw a post about how they said Walt Disney was gonna be like thawed. I guess he was frozen or something like that. They said, the post said something about like Walt Disney gonna be thawed from like being frozen, and he was gonna be the leader of the new world or something like that. So if we know who Disney is, do all these cartoons and stuff like that, I feel like they're gonna do a type of hologram experience, and they're gonna make it seem real as ever because they got virtual reality, they got the PlayStation 5s and all that stuff. So it's gonna seem real as ever. You heard the ice rings that I was just like hours unexplored and uncharted. Like, yeah, they got that video game called Uncharted. When you said Uncharted, that just made me think of that, even though I haven't played that in a while. I don't remember what it's about, but I just had to mention it because maybe me just saying that will give y'all a download because y'all played it more than me and stuff like that. Most shot. Damn, for some reason I can't even say that word. Shasta. Okay, right. It's mysterious with all the abduction and stories about aliens. Oh, peace. Yeah, they cap about that. He ain't running nothing. Drake's deception and facts. Yeah, there's so much to learn, man. That's why, like, all we can really do right now is travel mentally. Because I feel like, it's not I feel like, but we can't travel physically too far because of the jab and all that type of stuff. So that's why I feel like a lot of people are actually tuning into these psychedelics too. Because people want to travel right now. Like in astrology, North Node is in Sagittarius right now. Or no, it's in South. That's in Gemini. So excuse that. I don't go with it. Like South Node in astrology tells us like karma, like how we were in the past life or earlier in our life, things that we need to get away from. The North Node is the things that we need to start to step into. So in like a global scale, like the South Node is in Sagittarius, which means like that's why everything is being censored. Everything, like you can see all the religions and stuff, that type of stuff is breaking. And Gemini is the North Node, so that's what's being portrayed more. Like all these superficial type of things is being portrayed more with no message, just like these distractions. But Gemini isn't just like that, just distractions and stuff like that. It's like it's just knowledge in general, which can be beneficial as well. In the Matrix be just doing anything. I don't know why they don't let people travel to Antarctica freely. Well, they say that's one of the entrances to the hollow earth. And I guess it was like a person named Admiral Byrd that was near there, and they saw like woolly mammoths and stuff like that. Like I don't know how much I believe this, but I'm always open to like thinking, could that be something? Because also in King Kong, they show like he traveled through this area to go into Hollow Earth, and it was a whole nother world, like the Avatar. If y'all seen the Avatar and y'all saw the world in Avatar, like that's how it looked. Like it was straight big trees and green, like the most vivid colors. Like you on a psychedelic trip, like someone that's third eye just wild open, and you just see mad different colors that's not in the usual spectrum. Like, yo, the movies really be telling it all. They ain't gonna give us all the truth, but they really be telling it all. Yeah, I read that too. They seen mammoth and giant humanoids. Yeah. Like, so this is what I saw a post about this, and it was some white people, like, it was like a puddle, and I'm not being racist, it's a puddle on the ground, and they was drinking the puddle, and they was like dancing around, and it was spitting it into each other's mouth, and the post said like, and these are people that enslaved us, even though I know everybody wasn't slave or their ancestry wasn't with slaves and all that stuff, but that was just funny to me, and that makes me think of like, if there's really these powerful ass beings, I feel like these beings, either they not a threat at all, they like soft, gentle creatures, but they can probably turn into these type of warlike beings. For them not to be shown or to come up into our reality, is like the government and them stopping them? Are they like closing the hole? Like, what are they doing to stop them from emerging? Like, that must mean like they passive. Maybe these beings or these creatures and stuff are passive. They're not really like aggressive as they may be like deemed to be. Like, they may be passive until they got like a reason. Just like the different like polarities. Like, yeah, they can just tap into whichever one, but they prefer, if they're light beings, then they're probably gonna be passive, understanding, full of love and that type of stuff. You know about acoustic levitation? They say that's how they built the pyramids and sacred places. I never heard of that term, acoustic levitation. So they levitating by like music and stuff like that, or different instruments, like Loki's. I can't even resonate with. No, I can't resonate, but I didn't watch the whole Loki, so I didn't watch the whole Loki series, so I don't know exactly too much about that. But when I do, I'll get back to you with that. But yeah, there's just so much things you can think of. It's like you can't ever downplay anybody's truth or perspective, because it's like everything is possible. Like, imagine, I just had a wild download. Imagine the universe, like every infinite way that you can think of how the universe came about, like that actually happened. Like, there's been like infinite amount of timelines, and it's like, let's say it's an infinite amount of timelines of the beginning of Earth, but some people were like born into this timeline, some people were born into this timeline, some people were born into this timeline, some people were born into this timeline. So they got this perception because they were actually born through this timeline, so they perceive the creation of Earth in this type of way. But someone else trying to say that they not right because they haven't tapped into that. Like, I feel like that's an interesting as like download. Like, there's mad timelines for specific events. There's like infinite amount, and people are just born and tapped into it, different timelines. Let me see. Here's levitation with sound frequency. Oh, wow. I need to tap into that. Seeing your video demonstration of it in your DM. Appreciate that. I need to see that. Have you guys seen how elements and natural materials react when vibration is added? I haven't seen it in person, but I've seen like YouTube videos of how like water reacts to like 432 hertz. Well, actually, I was on shrooms. I was tripping with one of my friends like a year ago, and I actually saw how nature reacted to, because we was playing Roddy Ricch the box in 432, and I swear it was a bird whistling on beat with the song, and we were just like, what? Like, so that was an example of that. We blowing up their underground bunkers and shit right now. That's why they say they send 500 million soldiers or whatever it is. Yeah, we can't really trust them because everything they do is really fear-mongering. And someone I know said they had a trip where these reptilians and stuff like that, they make them seem like they some big-ass beasts, but they really like some midget-ass reptilians. Like, think about in SpongeBob, Plankton. He try to make himself seem like bigger than what he is. Like, if they some 17 feet big creatures, they could have easily controlled this shit. So why are they doing that? Why are they trying to control shit through mentally like that? So that shows you that they're not who they say they are. Like, they hiding through their masks, which we can see in their parties and stuff like that, which they stole from the ancestors, I heard. And that's a fact, they stole that. But you can levitate objects with sound frequency. Damn, I need to tap into that. I have straight good frequencies, and my first music video, I'm gonna be doing that. That would be cool. For my first music video, just doing straight psychic abilities, and people think it's props and stuff like that, but I'm like actually making a music video with psychic abilities. They're not messing with us. Like, they can't be that scary if you can't take the sun. Like, if you can't take the sun, you ain't scaring nobody. For real, like, can't put no fear in me. You can't take the sun. Size don't matter. It would be 100 feet or something if it wasn't under like a lockdown. Yeah, I'm not saying like size matter, but I'm saying like they not who they portrayed themselves to be. Like because I see a lot of posts of like reptilians and stuff like that, and how they look a certain scary way. Because all these pictures of these reptilians on Google and stuff like that, they make them look so like scary and stuff like that. But where they at? Like I'm really ready to see like every single thing that's out here. Like I feel like I'm so I wouldn't say thirsty, but I'm just so in love with knowledge that I wanna know everything in the world. Which some people say, oh, that's like too much, and you may go crazy. But I feel like if we went through the dark night of the soul and learning and like kind of our whole reality flipping over and learning all this shit, like you could take anything, because that's a whole different transition of your mind, like being into this matrix and then knowing that people that control this or try to control it, like doing all these other stuff that's out of this world. You ever heard of electroforming crystals to copper? You mold pieces of jewelry together and start with electricity. I never heard. Yeah, I never heard of that. At least know where the portals are, but they don't. Extra. And that's probably why they be trying to tap in with the chosen ones, and I feel like that song hitting right now, even though it's probably in 440. Yo, why this? It's like a signal thing. Look like a head right there. Don't it look like a head right now? Like I just looked over and I was like, what the heck? It's like a statue head from this far. You see that? And that's why I feel like ancestors hide, or they show themselves in these type of things too. Like angles and perceptions. That's where they are. Like this could be a whole ancestor right there. Like just standing right there, even though this is what it is. But through this light, this is them. I guess so many ways they think. I want to know it all, man. I want to gradually learn it all. Even though we know it all, I want to remember and retain it all. So I just want to know, like, I want to experience this whole reality. Like, we here to learn and evolve. Yeah. A lot of crazy stuff. Like, there's a reptile race, but I'm not sure. You know what the mad flies just attacked me. But yeah, I feel like if they put so many things about reptiles, and maybe they're not even like real reptilians where they got the certain features and they really look like reptiles things, but it's just certain features about them. Like reptiles are certain, like, are they cold-blooded or something like that? So they may just be cold-blooded and different features like that. Not appearance-wise, they're reptiles, but they just embody some traits of them. So it's like, yeah, I think we the highest what is it? Incarnation. Like I heard like insects are like lowest incarnation, or parasites is the lowest incarnation. And like human beings are like not human beings, you know what I'm trying to say. But us beings, we are like the higher reincarnations. But if all these other beings are really out there, so I think these other beings, I don't know, maybe it's just like certain vibration, you get to see them and stuff like that. Let me see. Age of Pisces was learning. Age of Aquarius remembering. Still not learning. Yep. Okay. I like that. I resonate with that. The whites are reptilian race. These are organs, origins, and to live longer because they don't have a soul. Yep. I heard that too. You know it already because if you can have the thought, you have to learn everything, and you will have the answer. That's deep. He said, I'm reading all your comments back. Let me see. I swear. And they shall pay for every child. But this the thing. I mentioned this in my last live. Like, don't be fooled by when they saying all these kids are missing. Because like I said before, like we're the beings of the sun or the universe, so we're protected, which is why the oppressors use non-forceful physical ways to get us to do things. They may lie and say, oh, we're gonna have military come to you to force this on you, or mandate this. But do they ever come to us and do this, and they make us do this and say you need to put this jab in your arm? Like they never do that. Like you can see in the Tuskegee experiment, people volunteered to get experimented on. Like they don't forcefully do this type of stuff because we protect it. So by me saying that, like our kids are protected. So these 20,000 kids and stuff like that, like I feel like are being abducted. Their parents are a part of these Masons and stuff like that. I think that because I feel like there's way more Masons and stuff like that in the daily public than we even know. Like a lot of people, I feel like sold their souls to these beings or I feel like you can even sell your soul by just being so low vibrational that anything can inhabit your body. And that's what I feel like a Mason could be, that as well, or an agent. Like you're just so low vibrational that another spirit is like controlling your body. Because I feel like if you're not living in a higher vibration, then something else is controlling you. Fear is another entity. Like all these emotions are entities. So if you're not living in your truth, then there's another thing that's controlling you. They have children in Masonic schools in Pennsylvania. They start them young. Yeah, that's why I feel like everything they post is just lower our vibration. Like everything is not true that they post all these children being missing and stuff like that. Which, I mean, like I said, it could be true, but it's not exactly like our children and stuff like that. It's these people that sell out and they have many children, or, you know, they can create babies mad quick. No, I'm not high. It's just how my mind works. Like Mercury and Leo in the 11th house, if you know about astrology. But yeah, it's not all our kids that's missing. Like there's Masonic buildings or practices and meetings that are probably in every city. Like think about it. If they got chemtrails in every place in the earth, there's most likely some Masonic temples and stuff like that. Every place, every city, every town. Like that's how they want to control shit. Their parents give them to them, yeah. Whether they like literally give them away, or like, you know how Will Smith and them, they sell their kids out for money. Like some people that really don't be caring about their kids. They just use their kids to come up. Like it's people that really do that type of stuff. And there's probably mad different other ways. Like they make clones, and they just be saying bullshit. That's why I don't believe them. Yeah, those are just like the main people that's out there. But there's people that's just daily civilians that probably have sold their souls and kids out as well. I had Satan and his entity gunning for me from birth. I was on the verge of something so see, now even I got a whole new perspective of what Satan and Lucifer is. Like I think that's just what you experienced. That could have been karma. you just such a bright light that like, yeah, you just mess up the matrix. Like, we all, people that are awake at this time, every second of our existence, we like glitching the matrix, just existing. We breaking the matrix down. Every action, I feel like every positive, high vibrational action we do, sun gazing, we breaking this matrix down. So yeah, you probably been targeted because maybe you got family members that's on the type of time. They said LeBron James, the biggest sex trafficker for black. I ain't surprised. Really not surprised. Facts, they get a signal when you're vibrating high. Yeah. I went to the store called Wegmans yesterday. I don't know if everybody has it in their cities and stuff like that, but yo, I could just feel how the media is controlling everybody's energy up in there. Everybody's out here scattered around. It could be Mercury retrograde as well. Everybody just scattered around, like, just as if they having nothing to do. So they start messing with you, yo. I feel like the only way we're gonna know what's really out there is if one of us get in a position in life where we can go. Facts. You can just text me. It's mad obvious.
Hey, that's so rude.
Hey, come on, chill. Please.
Okay, wait. I'm about to go. Hold
You're
on.
just messing with my downloads right now.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to. But I wanted to tell you that.
Okay.
Is that fine?
I don't know. I didn't hear what you said, so that's why can you just text me? What? You could have texted me that. You know I'm doing something. I be focused. You be keeping up with Rashad. He supposes all that, and they after him. No, I don't keep up with Rashad. I kind of gravitate less to him now. I mentioned how I feel about him and stuff like that. Like, I respect him and stuff like that, but I don't feel like he's truly genuine. Like, I feel like I see through it. Like, it's a lot of, like, you see a lot of people posting out, like, oh, this shit, they messing with my account, or they doing this and that. Like, if they mess with your account once, then they're gonna continue messing with it. If you're on this type of time, there's no need to keep posting this to gain validity and like people to gravitate to you because they're like, oh, if you post this, it must say that you like speaking facts and stuff like that. Like, everybody, it's chosen one is targeted. Even if you're not speaking out as much, you're targeted on some type of level. Like, you can be targeted as much as he may be seeming to be targeted, even if you're not speaking out that much because your light shines so bright. So I just think, like, I just see through it. A lot of these people, they're not genuine. They're just using this spirituality movement to make money. And, like, I'm going to start speaking out more about it, but I want to really feel in my heart that someone isn't genuine. I don't want to say something about someone's name and bring this energy to them if I don't feel like it's a righteous, like, judgment. But that's how I feel. Like, didn't know we were real children. Like, yo, what does it mean to dream about a star, moon, and the sun all in one? I think that means alignment. That's three. There's a power in the 369. Those are powerful entities. So I think that's just alignment. Like, as we align, as above, so below, they align as well too. If they touch any of the sent ones, the planet gonna go up. Yeah, that's a fact. She sounds like me. Yes, she be excited to tell me certain things, but like for me, I don't be trying to be rude, but the way that I react, and I'm working on it. Like, I'm a fire sign, so I really do react by how I feel. Like, if I'm into something and I'm like making beats or something, and someone just like distracts me, I'm like, what's up? Because I'm trying to stay in that zone. Like, my passion, that's the fire energy. We passionate about what we talk about, speak about, do. When we get interrupted about it, like, we may react, but it's coming just from passion because we doing something that we love and we want to do it to its full potential. Thanks God, I've been feeling like a lot of folks not genuine. It's pseudo, yeah. Like I feel like this topic comes up every so often about other spiritual people, and I don't like to talk about it much, but I feel like it's right to talk about it because I want people to look more into it, like the young Pharaoh battle with him and young Pharaoh. Like you see, young Pharaoh's he on a whole other level right now. Like you can just see through the shit that he doing. Like you can see that a lot of stuff is becoming material. Although he's speaking about spiritual things, you can see in his live just how materialistic and how egocentric he's becoming. It's like I feel like when you become like a higher vibration, you become less reactive to certain things, which I said, like I'm working on my natural reaction to certain things when I get distracted or someone tries to distract me or interrupt me. I'm working on that because I know like understanding is how you that's like when you have understanding and patience, that's when you know like your maturity, your vibration level. Well, Kalai, like I don't even pay attention to Kalai to know if he genuine anymore. Like I watch these people to like start my understanding of this new way of life, but I don't really go to them anymore for information because like I know I can get it for myself now. Before I wasn't as tapped in as I am now because I do the work to be as tapped in as I am. I do the work to get this information, and all it is what I'm telling you right now. Like we don't know how true everything that they saying is, but it makes sense because like I said, there can be infinite amount of timelines about these events that's happened. Like when Rashad talked about how the Bermuda Triangle and it's like a big ass lapis lazuli crystal, I think, or it was one of the crystals at the bottom of the ocean. There's so many different infinite timelines of what could happen, what could have made that situation be what it is and stuff like that. So it's like it's infinite amount of beings in life, so it's infinite amount of perspectives, infinite amount of truths. It's just like you just hear from others to know more about yourself, kind of. It's like a reflection. Hope all is well. Hope all is well too, reflection. Man, keep up grinding for real. Like I really be listening to your music. It's not a lot of other. It's other spiritual artists that make songs, but they don't put songs in the frequencies like you do. You do it with every song, and yeah, I be feeling the vibrations, everything you talk about, and just keep it up for real. Everybody that's doing this light work, like keep it up. That's what's up. You are saying real, just speaking how you feel. Yeah, some stuff they say don't add up. They jump to so many conclusions. Yeah, they don't add up sometimes, but also like they don't show us doing the work. That's the thing that is gonna make people really a believer or have faith in you. They see you doing the work. Like I don't see none of these people going into nature, like doing all this stuff. Like the funny thing is, you see this at the beginning of their profile or their Instagram page. You see them doing the work, and then you just see them sitting behind the table just giving us their perspective and truth. Like continue to evolve and show people how you're evolving. Like when I find information, like I'm so ready to share it because I want to see if it just works for me or if it works for someone else. Like I want to relate. I want to be genuine. Like I don't want to just do this for followers and all this type of stuff. Like before, when I was in a lower state, it was still genuine, but I wanted to be big as ever. But I didn't know what that comes with and stuff like that. Like a lot of them, they sold out. Like spirituality, YouTube is an entertainment like sector of itself. You can do anything on YouTube. It's entertainment. Like they can sell out to YouTube to just speak about this type of stuff. They get information that may have happened, which lures you in, but then once it comes time for you to, when shit gets real, you out here relying on the universities for information, and then that's when they not there for you. Like, I feel like that's how they deceive you. They give you the truth. The truth reels you in. And then when you continue to follow this person, you give them, you idolize them and all that stuff, that's when they deceive you. Me either. I don't want to spread negativity to anyone, but it's important we see through it. That's a fact. And they got him under MK Ultra. Yeah. I'm not sure if MK Ultra or stuff, but and if you just look at body language and stuff, you kind of can tell when someone is genuinely happy and just like in a blissful state, or you can tell when you can see in people's faces like it start to change when they're in like a lower vibration. Like you can just start to see people, their internal reflects their appearance and stuff like that. You can tell like the faces start looking different. If you go to a lot of these people's channels at the beginning, their face looks like more innocent. You can see it started off maybe being innocent and stuff like that, and then the intentions changed because maybe got offered different opportunities or agendas or whatever, and you start to see like more like it's like the anger, and that's why they pushing that anger because that's how they truly feel. But if one is understanding and overstanding of everything going on, they see everything as divine and like, why you can't get mad at this stuff. It's like everything is so divine, even if it's something that's unfortunate, it's for a divine reason. Like without pain there's no growth. If you don't understand that, then are you truly as high vibrational and tapped in as you say you are? Like all of them, a lot of these spiritual people are pushing this like we need to attack and fight and do this. But once we attack, then we give the oppressor a reason to be able to really attack us. Like we are the children of the light of the universe, and they can't touch us, which is why they put war into our being, because now this allows them to be able to even tap in and mess with us. Like they can't do that if we don't start it. Say what they calling a lie or misform someone. They say, oh, they about to cry. They come, bruh. They always do that. Like they can put on a show. It's a world stage. Like social media is a world stage as well. They can fake it. You can fake it and make it. Someone can be so depressed and you may not know it. Like they gonna use your own people to lure you in, because you're not gonna resonate as much with another race as you may with your own race and someone on your type of time. Like when I watch astrology videos, I'm not discriminating at all, but it's like you relate to, I don't know if it's your soul tribe or it's not your soul tribe, because everybody that's your race is not your soul tribe, but there's a certain essence about everybody with your same skin that I feel like you relate to. So like when I'm watching astrology videos, I like the way that people like with melanin like give out the messages, and even with spirituality, I like the way they entertain, they do all that, and it's not against everybody. Like there's some people, other races that do the same thing, but then there's them old people, that old Caucasians are just like, today we're gonna talk about sun in the 11th house. Like that don't resonate with me. Had to expose some spiritual healers, and Sedona is flooded with fakes, so be aware when you travel and want to do readings, healings. Yeah, facts. Shadow work too. You mentioned shadow work. A lot of people don't do the shadow work, and that shows. If you don't do your shadow work, then like you're really not gonna be able to hit that blissful state. What do you think about Free Larry Hoover movement? To be honest, I heard about Larry Hoover, but I really don't know who Larry Hoover is. The first time I heard about Larry Hoover is in Rick Ross' song. Like, Larry Hoover. Like, I don't really be tapped in to a lot of things outside of me until, like, the spiritual awakening. I just be focused on like leveling up myself, like, because I feel like that's really my journey, is to find who I am. Like my astrology, I got my North Node in my first house, so I'm learning to tap in and know who I truly am. So that's where my focus will be, on my creativity, my reality, because that's really all that I can have an impact on. Besides, like, we got technology now, so we can have impact on other people, but without technology, you really know that you're impacting, you may be impacting the whole earth, but you can only see what you're impacting in your reality. So that's what I focus on. Facts. Go within. Shout out to Mitch for all this. Shout out to all these speakers. Appreciate it. Pyramid in the Ocean. Yeah, I got so much things to catch up on, y'all. Forgive me. Lapis Lazuli. Yeah. Y'all should collaborate. Great mix. Yeah. They're trying to sell t-shirts and yeah. Now, I don't see nothing wrong with the t-shirts, because, like, with Kalai, I feel like his shirt, it triggers people, it makes people think about certain stuff, but it's the intention behind which we may not know. Is his intention behind selling the shirts just for money, or is it truly to trigger reactions and make people kind of change their brain chemistry to think outside of what their limited box they usually think of? I've been rethinking the music. I do it because it makes me happy making different music, but I know I would never sign a deal, or I was doing entertainment, this bullshit. I feel you. And that's kind of what happened. That's kind of what awakened my spiritual awakening. Like, being in the music industry, distancing myself away from it, like being more tapped into myself, changing my diet, all changed my perspective of everything. But recently I've been feeling called to go back into the industry. Like I'm aware of everything that's going on now, but I know that you need people of the light to infiltrate these companies and stuff like that. And I'm probably blowing my cover right now speaking on this, but it's only 10 people. But like in every industry, we have those light beings that are there, that's really on our side, that comes out and speaks about this type of stuff. Like, this is something I've been like running away from this whole time. Like, all this satanic shit they talking about, and but now that I fully have an understanding of this type of stuff, like, I feel like I really fit the job to do this. I feel like my will, my spirit is so like strong, and like my genuineness is what get me into the doors. It's not it's my time, my hard work, the connection, but it's your genuine heart that gets you through them doors, Pain no gain. It's a fact that when those get down low on their frequency, facts, they alpha. I must just go all the way to the bottom. Oh, that wasn't too many. Okay, they alpha tried though. For light, we have what we need. We never put in time to grow with each other. Facts. Recent told there can only be one truth. Okay, so if you feel like that's true, then elaborate on why you think that. Because I have a different opinion, but I want to hear your opinion, because your opinion may help me see something else too. Like, what I think is way more truths than just one. Because it's mad people in this world, mad beings in this world. We don't all stick to one truth or one thing. Like, we got many ways to play out our life. Like, we're just one. This world is so infinite and expansive and abundant that one of everything would kind of take away from his abundance and like variety. Like, we got different skin colors on us, and it got way different spots and spectacles and things on other creatures, trees, and the way that it spirals. Like, there's so many infinite ways and so many infinite perspectives. Like, perspective is truth. Like, I always say, like, I'm gonna say this. I may see this as a wooden log, but someone with a higher understanding may see this as like a pillar, or like, you see what I'm saying? Like, the perspective is the truth. So if there's many people, we not all living the same way. Like, your past and the timelines the timelines you came from before, like your early childhood, I say those are different timelines because there's no past or future. So those times you came from changes your perspective on things. And we ain't all come from the same. We may have similar experiences, but not the exact same. So it alters and changes like our perspective. It makes us more unique. We got different parents, although they do the same thing for us. We got different parents, different personalities, change our perspective, our cultures. All that stuff is different. Possibilities on what is predicted to happen is endless. Life is just what it is. Yeah, I love that saying. Like, it is what it is. I really feel like that resonates with me. Like, I'm so nonchalant, and people really hate that about me. But it's like I care, but it's just like it is what it is. I can't control what happens for this person. Like, I'm just here experiencing everything and living in the moment. Like, you gotta be present. Like, I don't want my vibration to go. I don't want to feel no lower vibration. That's why I work so hard to expand my mind and my whole consciousness to stay in these higher states, because that's why I feel comfortable. I'm a light being, and so I feel comfortable in these higher vibrations. I don't feel comfortable in lower vibrations. Although, like, pain and stuff that I may go through, yeah, you may have to sit there for a little bit and go through it, but I don't have no problem with that, because I know what that's gonna make me be and just gonna turn me into when I get through this pain. The grass is greener on the other side. Peace to all the gods and goddesses here. Yeah, peace to all the gods and goddesses. I feel like everyone's story and part. Yeah, we all pieces of the puzzle. We all pieces of the puzzle trying to figure out it all. It ain't one answer to everything, because knowledge wouldn't be unlimited. Facts. And I want to talk about the Satan thing, because I feel like having that understanding now, I posted something about it. Lucifer, how Lucifer, which really portrays the carbonated beings being, original beings being kicked out of the heavens or the astrals, because we all, even if you're not heavily carbonated, we all come from the astrals, and let's say that's the higher polarity, or the heavens, and the earth, hell. So everything is dualistic in this world, but really, to break that spell, you know that it's just two opposite polarities of one spectrum. So that's how you break the illusion, knowing that everything is one. So with that story, the gods fell from this heaven state into, they fell from this heaven state, the astrals, into this physical earth, the hell. And we still tapped into the astrals, which is music. Everything is music. That's the divine feminine, and mathematics is the masculine. My boy Patel told me about that. I gotta refresh my memory on how he explained it, but it made sense. So, like, that's why we were so tapped into music and creativity and stuff like that. So it's like they worshiping us, really. Like, there's a picture where it's like someone, like a Pope suit, praying to a carbonated being. Like, look at the contradiction there. Like, they want us to hate ourselves, but they praying to a being that looks just like us. Like, it don't make no sense. Like, you gotta question what the media says is good and what they question and what they say is bad, because this artificial society world that we live in is not how Earth was intended to be. So this artificial society and world is reverse of how the world or the Earth should be. So everything they say is good, even though we know it's cause and effect, it's bad. So, like, this, they target Lucifer so much, but look at us. We targeted as carbonated beings. Lucifer is targeted. You have more compassion for those beings that's targeted. let's say the people that's in school that was targeted and bullies targeted them. You have compassion for the targeted people. Like, it's just so wild how it really fooled us and took the knowledge, used it against us, put us in such a low vibration. Now we all gotta work our way up this vibrational scale. Like, it's just wild. Like, that just make life so, like, understanding that and knowing that you got yourself through that, through all these hardships and these days where you felt like you wanted to give up, and now you here. Like, look at the sun. Confirmation. Infinite expressions of life. Facts. Nigga gonna fry his eyes. Fry his eyes? What you talking about? Man, we be nonchalant in a good way. Like, talk about something on the high and mention facts. And I don't be wanting to feel that way because I know balance is key. But, like, I really do everything from my heart. So if I don't feel like I'm into it, I'm gonna be like, be nice. Like, yeah. The whole time I'm thinking of, like, the higher meaning of what someone says that's, like, maybe superficial. Like, they say, oh, the Suns won the NBA championship, even though I know it's the Bucks. The Suns won. I'm like, damn, the Sun came out this year more than ever. Like, that's how I'm thinking. So I may not even hear the full conversation. I'm already dissecting the whole conversation and trying to put my own meaning to it. Like, that's really some Sagittarius vibes. That's my moon sign. So we need, on this earth with the healing music, we don't have too much music producers like you in the world. I appreciate that. I'm pretty sure there is some people, but they may not have the platform like I have it. So I'm trying to make it more like known. Like, we've been in some frequency that doesn't like resonate with our bodies. It's giving us all these anxieties, depression, and stuff like that. That's why they got the 808. The 808 is heavy as, like, bass. And if it's on a low frequency, you know how that's radiating your body? Like, we just talked about how the 432, like, messes with the water and stuff like that. Like, that 440, which is the bad Hertz, like, how it like, affects your body like that. If you knew about that, you wouldn't listen to no music in 440 ever again. Like, I haven't listened to music in majority of music I haven't listened to in 440. And if I do listen to the music in 440, it's because it's an upcoming artist, someone that don't know nothing about this music, and they hit me up on the spot like, yo, you can listen to my music. But other than that, it's just straight these healing frequencies, and, like, it really makes you feel more in tune. Dude back in the day had a dream about music and mathematics. Oh, shit. Let me see. That's how they come up with acoustic scale. Amazing. It's time to keep rising. Yeah. I don't understand the vibration. I hear it a lot. Vibration is just like, it's energy. It's like the energy you're resonating on. Like, I'm trying to break it down in a certain way. So let's say your energy level is low because you've been in a situation that bring your energy level low. Now you're vibrating at a lower energy level, so, like, energy never stops moving. So when you're vibrating, vibration is all like this. So you're vibing like this, but it's in a low level. You're vibrating low like this. So this is how your body is, because energy never stops moving. So you're vibrating like this. So that means your vibration is low. So, like, when you go to higher frequencies and you're vibrating, you're higher. The speed of light, the sun, all these entities are vibrating higher. So, like, that's how I can explain it, kind of. Exactly. The worship people who look like us, but don't even want us to know the facts. Yeah, all my stuff has been 417 to 432. Yeah, you got to tune into 528, 639, 741, 852, 936, or 963. Like, I'm so happy not even remember that, because it just start to relearn the stuff. It feels so good. Listen to music and you can change the hertz on it to it. Yeah, I got you. I just be getting so much DMs about music sometimes. I just be like, I don't even answer about music sometimes, especially if the music isn't positive, uplifting. Because when I was really like popping in the industry, like hella DMs about music, and I was not listening to them all. Because it's like, I got things to do. How do you get your beats to 432 hertz? I'm gonna send or DM me about that, because I got a YouTube video. If you use FL Studio to make your beats, it's gonna show you how to put your beats into all these different frequencies. They found out about 440 hertz in Germany in World War One. Supposedly, Tesla made a device that could cripple you with frequencies. Damn, real out of water, some better. So the better frequencies, the more beautiful your cells operate. Ooh. It makes a lot of sense. Vibration is not numbers, it's waves, facts. But numbers is how they kind of try to define or label it, because they don't fully understand what we know, but we forgot. So for them to, all they use, I feel like all these oppressors use is one side of their brain. Like they may not even have another side of their brain. It may just be like half like this and nothing here, unless they put like a robotic brain or something like that. Because all they think is logically. I feel like they're not tapped into that. I forgot which side is it, left or right brain, where it's creativity. And the creativity, that's the astrals. The creativity, that's the spirit realm. That's where those intuitions and stuff come from. Like, the other brain is like, think of it as the physical. Like, that's where the logic you see, and that's how you know what you're seeing, because your visuals and all that stuff. I said it wrong a little bit, but I know y'all get what I'm trying to say. But low, he made upset, depressed, yeah, facts. So it's how you're thinking and feeling. Everything's a vibration. Every single thing is a vibration. You know you know how you're vibrating, or how someone else is vibrating, by how you feel, though. If you're not feeling your best, you're probably vibrating low. And you feeling real good, you're vibrating high. Mind, positive energy. Are you on mushrooms, bro? No, I'm not. Bro, you always be asking me if I'm on mushrooms. Do you ask me that because I've shown many videos, or because of how I'm thinking? Like I'm curious about that. You use some sort of tuner in the software you use to produce? No, it's not a tuner. It's like a scent. You know, the CENT. It's like a scale, and it's a certain number that aligns with the frequency in hertz. What do you mean the repeated numbers in one day? The numbers are like how the universe speaks to us. Numbers, signs, everything. So it's like a message for you. Once you gotta learn like numerology, and just have a little basis of it. Like, all the numbers have a certain meaning about like your current standpoint in life, or what you may experience. Do you care about money? Nah, I don't really care about money, although I know it's useful here. I know the true money is your energy. Like, they just use money to manipulate us into doing and harvesting our energy. See, right there, they use money for us to harvest our energy to them and give to them. Like, if you seen The Matrix, right? They said something about that, where they use the energy, the light beings, to harvest their energy for something that's artificially made and that has no value. So that tells you right there, the key word is energy. Energy is the currency. I'm gonna DM back. My music, do whatever hurts you feel. Alright, I will. I got a question. Why do you always seem worried when you were on here? Worried? I feel worried. I don't feel worried when I'm on here. But maybe you get that vibe because of like how I speak. Because the way I speak, like I really think about every single word that I use. It's just like a natural thing. I think about every single thing, so it may seem like cautious, or is that the word? Cautious in my like demeanor, because I say everything with purpose. I don't just say words that don't fit what I'm talking about, or I don't do things that don't fit. Everything that I do has a purpose, so I say things in a certain way, and it's cautious because I know how powerful my words and everything that I do is. So I just try to align how I feel with how I react and just move through life. Yeah, I'm for sure at peace. Like, never been as peaceful as this. Like, sun beaming on me. It's life right now. Like, it's just something so small. If everybody understood what the sun does for them, you sitting right here would be like everything. Knowing that you can do affirmations, that you can visualize things and manifest different timelines that you want to experience just through faith and like just by me knowing and all of us knowing how powerful the sun is, and like that's you having faith in a being or faith in something. And just like in church, when people have faith in something, it helps them to manifest things quicker. Like, so as I'm feeling the sun, and that emotion helps to manifest as well. So like I'm visualizing things and I'm feeling the sun, it feels so good and healing, and I'm visualizing like where I want to be in another timeline or something like that. Like, just you get deep. There's also a form of exchange, whether it be paper money or rice, for example. Money can be used for evil with facts. Feels like you feel a change coming or something causing you. Yeah, I feel a change coming, but I'm at peace with it. Like, I never felt more. Forgive me if I'm just making up words. Like, I'm just gonna be doing that with give no F's. Like, they made that language. We break it by saying whatever we feel. Like I for sure feel the change coming. Like, change is always happening. Like, my life path number is 5, so I resonate with change. Like, I'm always changing. Like, if you look at if I posted all my pictures and videos that I ever posted at archives over there, and you seen like the rapid change within me, like, you'll see that my life path 5 really resonates with me. Like, 5 is the number of change. 2021, 2 plus 2 plus 1, that's 5. Everything is changing wild right now. Now let's think about another year, which equals 5. Let's see if a lot of things changed at that time. Let's see. Let's go from 2000. 2000, that's 2. 2003. I don't know what happened there, but I'm pretty sure a lot of things changed at that time. Now, let me read what you said. You said, to make your beats 432, use Edison and change the sample rate. Oh, I never used that. That method of changing my frequencies and stuff like that. But could you DM me that method if you got a YouTube video about it? Because I want to try it out and see if it sounds better. But are you at peace only because you feel as if you can't do anything about it? No, I'm at peace because all I can do is live and adapt. Like, the world gonna keep changing. You can do something about it. You can flow with the world or the universe. The universe is constantly changing. And as long as you keep expanding and growing, you expanding and you grounding and doing the practices, you tuning in with it. There's nothing to be worried about or fear about. I'm actually ready for this change. Like I mentioned, like, the same mundane things happening like in my life, but I really appreciate them. But I'm ready to experience more. Like, I want to be in this country and this place and this place, and I know we limited to doing that, so that's why I do everything exploring, like, internally. That's one of numbers 2. Yeah, 5. Oh, 5. You life path 5. That's cool. And you just mentioned about the number 155. Let's see. Yes, 5, yo. I really resonate with that life path number, because even in my astrology says that, like, I'm so independent, and like some people they can't. I want my girlfriend to speak about this. Bae, you still on the phone? Okay. Yeah, I really resonate with 5. Like, I really feel so free, and just like nobody can hold me down. Like, I'm here to explore it all. Even if it seems like it may be something bad, I'm going to experience it for myself to get the truth out of it. Because you're probably not going to get the truth out if you don't experience it or you don't tap in. Yeah, I stopped making beats since I've been raising my vibration, but I click up every now and then. Yeah, that's how I be doing it too. Yeah, make sure and forgive me, God, because I always be messing up your name. That's why a lot of times you come into the live, I'll be like, I don't want to say, I try to pronounce God's name because I don't want to mispronounce it and you get offended or anything like that. But Al Kabulan, go follow him, y'all. His information is just like, I'll be just getting so many downloads from everything he say, like the way he like delivers messages. Like, it be some deep ass messages that he be relaying, like, and he just breaks it down in a way that you can just fully understand it. Like, not a lot of people can do that. Take information from the cosmos and break it down, like, in a way for people on all different vibrations and levels to understand it. I know you saw that wise fly by too. But, like, you got a real talent for that. Yeah, the sun hitting right now. But also, yeah, make sure y'all sun gaze whenever you can, though. Don't just sun gaze I said this earlier, don't sun gaze just at sunrise and sunset. Although those may be the times where it's the easiest, but you can get information when it's at these times as well. But I feel like what they do, well, not what they do, the sun is like at 12 to 3, it's like the brightest, which is like harder to get information because the light is so bright, but it's still the same amount of information there as well. But it just takes a little more like effort and like connection with the sun to be able to really tap into that. Like the universe won't give you it all if you like ask for it and you do the work. Like, they tell us not to sun gaze. Like, they tell us not to sun gaze at these critical times, because like then you really gonna be in tune. Like, Akabulan, he mentioned, I said this like a few times now, about the hawk being able to see at all times of the day into the sun. Like, I do that now too, and I always see hawks around me. So it's like, and it's 1:44 right now, bruh. Like, you can't make this up. It's 1:44 where I'm at. It may be different where you at right now. So, like, if you tap in, you're always connected. Just think about it that way. Sometimes I sun gaze without grounding, because I feel like it's a different effect. It's just like with shrooms. Like, I heard the cap, it gives you a different effect than the stem. It's like sun gazing without being grounded gives you a different effect. And I feel like when I sun gaze and I ground, it kind of just balances my energy levels. Like, if somewhere is like unbalanced, it balances it. But when I sun gaze without grounding, it really raises my vibration higher, because like it's just going straight to my area of perception, like your brain. And now I'm able to see higher lights and things, because that's where the main target is going, is to my pineal. But when I ground, it just goes through the whole body to heal the whole body. But the intention behind doing it without grounding is just for me to really raise my vibration, because I feel like when I ground sometimes, or all the time when I ground, I don't really feel like I'm raising my vibration higher than than I'm usually like the vibration I'm usually at. I don't feel like it's raising any higher. It's like this. Like, think about it. Ground. What does the word ground mean? It means like it's like a base level. Like it cleanses you for sure, but for me, I don't feel like it helps my vibration go even higher. And they tell you not to sun gaze without grounding because you're gonna be unbalanced, your chakras and all that. But really, like, you just tapping into different things, and that's why people that be in these insane asylums and stuff like that, like all these terms of schizophrenic and all this stuff, that's not real. They just tapped into shit that they don't understand and don't know how to deal with. So like that's what sun gazing really does. It taps you into higher dimensions and all this life spectrums and stuff like that. And when you understand it, there's no reason not to do it. Like, you gotta experiment with everything in spirituality. Like, don't just take what one person says. Like, do it. Now, if something resonates with you, try it. See if you want to bring it into your reality. But don't just take something what someone says without applying it to your life and seeing if it works, because that may be their truth, but it may not be yours. Like, I'm gonna tell you something that's kind of, I would say, embarrassing, but I'm gonna let it be known because shit actually worked. Like, our refugee chosen one mentioned something about how dogs, when they shit on the ground, like, it actually kills the soil because they artificial beings. So what I did, you already know, I took my shit, and it was like, I had some plants that was dying, right? I put my shit in the plants. Now I'm eating, so if our shit is just waste, which I don't fully believe. Like, if you eat straight plants and veggies and stuff like that and high vibrational stuff, you're gonna shit that out. So I put that into the plants, and I gave it a week later, them shits tall like Jack and the Beanstalk. Like, they just grew out of nowhere. Like, they was brown and just crumpling like that, but then they just started shooting up. So that told me, like, okay, that truth I agree with. And yeah, I do things that's comfortable to me, but you gotta break out your comfort zone to rise. When it comes to comfortability, the only way I want to be comfortable is in my house. Other than that, I want to be in uncomfortable situations because it's gonna make me grow. Like, uncomfortable situations, although at the moment it may be uncomfortable and I may not want to be in that situation, but ultimately, subconsciously, I want to be in those situations. In fact, shout out to all beings, not even just carbonated beings, all beings with good intentions, because we all one. We just playing out a whole script, and having this experience is really everything. I'm gonna speak to y'all as I sun gaze too, see if I get new downloads. Like, having this experience, it's really everything. And watch, I wanna give y'all some tips too that I do. Like, when you sun gaze, to like tap into it more, you gotta blink your eyes. Like, you don't gotta do it that much, but like, blink your eyes. That's how you focus. And focus is awareness. You be in tune with more things. It's like a camera. Like, you take pictures, and it like take all these pictures, like try to focus and stuff like that. Like, it's picking up more information. It's blurring out certain things. Like, it's the same process. Like, your eyes is the lens. And yeah, so I notice when I sun gaze and I do like this, oh yeah, I missed it, but a bird just flew up. This happens all the time. When I sun gaze and I tune in with the black sun or the carbonated sun, or the real sun, I feel. That's where I feel like the real information comes from. Because when I look into the light, like, I don't feel nothing, and then damn, that just comes up with the message about, like, don't go to the light. Because when I look into the light and sun gaze, I don't feel nothing. I may feel like warmth, but when I look into the melanated, carbonated sun, like, I feel like actual information coming within me. But yeah, back to the point about, like, blinking your eyes. I feel like I take in more information. And then I've been like practicing different like breathing methods, so I don't exhale. So what I do is I go like this. Which that could be a form of exhale, but you don't exhale as much. So it's like you taking in more information, and as you take the information in, like I'm humming to vibrate the information even more, which could probably like expand the knowledge I'm getting. So that's one method I do. Inhale, and then I hum at different like tones to y'all see that? See how the Matrix, when we start talking real shit, the Matrix start doing fuck shit. But so I do the humming method, and then I do like, and I whistle like, which that's exhaling, but it's not the standard exhaling. So yeah, try that out, and I feel like it changes stuff. Like y'all can see out of nowhere it started messing with the dumpster and people playing music. Like that's how you really manipulate your reality, or like the Matrix. How bright is that sun? It ain't too bad. Oh, I'm glad you said get a cut, because that's funny. Like I scheduled an appointment to get trimmed up, and this could be my first time getting trimmed up in like five months at least. Y'all seen me. It's just been out here. I'm actually about to get trimmed up. It's gonna feel mad weird, but I'm just doing it because I want to like change and just experiment on stuff. Like, and also I'm gonna let y'all go after this and let y'all have y'all divine day. But I was gonna say, so I've always been afraid of like public speaking because in like school and stuff like that. Like I feel like I used to be getting judged and stuff like that, especially going to a majority of like Caucasian schools where I feel like an outcast already. So when I'm speaking, I feel like I'm not heard or understood. So when you do like public speaking in class or a presentation on information you don't even resonate with, that's like the hardest experience ever. Ain't no experience in life harder than, for me, I feel like, than those school times we had to present about topics you didn't know and care about. Like I was out here like doing anything to try to get information. I swear, I was probably like doing stuff like this. You know how you roll your eyes, you tap into like higher existences. Like I feel like I was doing anything to try to get information. Like that's how it is. But so I was always afraid of public speaking, but I got an opportunity that I manifest to speak in front of kids about my music and stuff like that. So I'm about to put, I'm gonna put them on the frequencies and all this. And it's gonna be a great like a crowd, like a crowd bigger than a crowd bigger than any crowd I ever speak to, like class. Like it's gonna be a lot of people, and I'm gonna have the opportunity to speak to them about like my journey, and then also I'm gonna put them on to the spirituality and stuff like that. I'm gonna add the sauce, but I can't drown them in the sauce. How many generations? Electrical acoustic shock, bruh. And that's synchronicity, because they were just talking about on the live. Two people were talking about acoustic levitation, which I feel like is the same thing as you saying within the plasma in your brain, which introduces higher dimensions. God, I appreciate you for real. Appreciate all y'all though. I've been playing games when the light brightens down. We feel different, and I feel meditating and sun. Yeah, it's a different experience. When I meditate, when the sunrise and sunset, it's more like I feel it easier. I don't have to do as much to get the information, but yeah, I'm about to head out because I'm gonna get this cut. I like it too, but change is good. I like to switch it up a little bit. I grew this out for longer. I wanted to see if these connect, but I see that my facial hair is like this. It don't connect here. Maybe not yet. And I just want to change it up a little bit. It's called acoustic levitation. Yeah. Yeah, y'all talking about the same thing, even if it's different names, infinite names or certain things. But yeah, y'all have a divine day. Keep learning, growing, keep prospering. Like, keep trying to be your best self, and that's all you can do. That's how we gonna all rise and just keep changing the vibrations. Cause time is running out for them. Like, it's getting hot. It feel real good. But yeah, y'all, I'm about to head out. Yo, Abu Kulan, y'all gotta get your name right, bro. I'm sorry, but you just mentioned 155, and I'm leaving at 155, and I did not just do this just because. And I forgot that I had a hair appointment, but my friend from college, Sadidi, told me, he's like, please get cut, bro. So, yo, look at the divine timing. Look at that. I literally made an appointment yesterday about getting a cut. I forgot about it while I'm on live. It's at 2 p.m. At 1:55, I said I was getting off, or I was about to get off. You can't make this stuff up. I'm gonna post this live, though. Alright, y'all. Peace.